Well, let's ask Zafer Mese. He's the general coordinator for the Berlin office of the Turkish think tank SETA. Thanks for joining us once again, Zafer. There is a similar policy for Christians. They want Muslims to pay the state, and that money will go towards Islamic affairs, and it can be controlled. What's your problem with it?
Well, I have not a problem with this mosque tax, but the Turkish communities, they're trying since 20 years to apply for the mosque tax, and not directly to apply for the mosque tax, but for, there is a statute, they need to have a legal statute, which the Christian churches, they have. It is called the public entity, and since 20 years, the organized institutions of the majority Muslim communities, they're trying it, and they failed on the court. And the the policymakers were not willing until recently to even discuss the implementation or to provide the Muslim communities this very privileged status. That's
okay,
now
so,
on the table, yeah, on the ground.
So,
in addition to the tax, surprising.
Okay,
yeah.
So interesting. So, in addition to the tax, you're okay with the tax, but you want the Muslim community to have the same privileged status as churches. Am I hearing you right?
But let me explain it again. Because if you want to have to collect mosque tax, then you have to have this public entity status.
Okay.
That means the Muslim community, they are trying since years. That's the issue. My problem is the narrative with the politicians approaching the issue of the mosque tax.
Okay, so why don't they want to give the public entity status? What is the
topic?
Sorry, okay, well, yeah, 1 second, Zafer. So why don't they give the public entity status? What's the resistance?
Okay, let me explain why it is important to have it. That's why you will understand why they are resisting. The church tax is something similar. It's collected in Germany to finance the expenditures of religious and ideological communities. And it is collected by the tax office of the related state. According to the constitution, it will be a public entity. None of the Muslim organizations have it. Now all and the privileges are very, very let's say attractive for the communities, because they are the motivation or the philosophy of the public entity is for the churches to be let's say autark in their financing, in their services, to be not under pressure from the state. It was because of the experience from the Nazi regime and the late time of the Weimar Republic. But now what we have is when Christian Democrats and others are now are also demanding a tax, mosque tax, they have two intentions. First is that so they think they can prevent the funding of these communities, financing funding from foundations, from Islamic foundations in abroad. And
right.
As you rightly said, DITIB is one of the biggest community they have organization here. They have more than or approximately 900 mosques, and this is the real reason. The second reason is that the politicians and the bureaucracy, they have on their agenda to, let's say, have a different understanding of Islam, right. The German Islam, part
but when
of the discussion of the European Islam.
Certainly.
Yes.
Allow me to pick up on that for a second. So when they say they want an independent German Islam, they're not saying from the CDU that we want to review the Jummah khutbahs and we want to write it for you and we want to push out propaganda, right? What they're saying is there's some problematic stuff coming in from funding from the Gulf and elsewhere. It's creating a problem within some of the mosques, and some of it has been well documented. And so we want to better control this, and we want the German Muslims themselves to create their own German Muslim identity. I don't think you can fully disagree with that, can you?
Okay, I mean, no, it's not the point. Come on, I mean, why Germany is irritated that imams are coming from Germany, from Turkey for a period of time? I mean, who is sending the cardinals or the bishops to Germany? It's Germany? No, it's the Vatican, you know, and it's the Catholic Church. So what we have to go back to the principal matters. It's the German Constitution, you know, because the German constitutions, there is a reason why the founding fathers prioritized, let's say, the human dignity and the freedom of belief in Article 1, 2, 3, 4. And the issue is, of course, you can provide a legal status. That's what also we are asking for in Germany as Muslims. But on the other hand, don't interfere in our theological and in the interpretation of our belief, as you are not doing it for the other, the Protestant or the Catholic Church as well. This is the state is neutral when it comes to religious interference or let's intervention in issues, and we have it in discussions. We have it in the public debate, in the discourse on Islam in Germany, and every day you can really see someone who is really breaching the article in the German Constitution. The human dignity is not violable. You cannot, let's say, insult the human being's dignity. That's something Muslims are facing in Germany. Not because the others are some kind of, let's say, having something against something else, but according to their belief, they are sometimes in the discourse, in a situation where they have not the rights or not able to defend themselves, and then will be, let's say, their dignity will be violated.
Okay.
That's the issue.
Okay.
That's something different from the mosque tax. Mosque tax, we need it definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zafer Mese, good
But
to talk to you. Yeah.
the intention of the politicians, yes.
Yeah, you doubt their intentions, and that's at the crux of it all here. It's been good to have you on the Newsmakers again. Thanks for joining us, Zafer.